So the second craft is this box. It's the brown box, and it has a navy blue insert. Plus, this is just for the bottom. This one won't require any folding. And this is going to house the little magnet that we have. It's just a lighthouse magnet. This will be going to visitors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold up the box. So as you can see, this is printed. This is going to be the top of the box, and the way we're going to fold it is so that this will be the top. So you can see there are score lines on this one too. It might be hard to see in the video, but I would recommend folding all of the middle lines. And if you can start with the middle and then kind of work outwards, I find that that tends to be a little bit easier. So I'm going to fold this one first. Just make sure I'm getting the score line. So we'll fold this down. And then give it a nice big press. You can use your nail, use a pen, whatever works best for you. Okay, one. And then, like I said, start from the middle and then kind of work your way out. Give this a nice big press. So with these boxes in general, you do want to start with all the folds before you do any of the other parts of it. So before you do any of the tucking, or for the other blocks, the gluing, we're gonna just fold that really nice. Okay. And for all the score lines in general, you don't need to fold both ways. You really just want to fold one direction. There's one exception for these boxes, which is for that lid crease. That one you might want to also fold back. Just because the lid will also go in that direction. But you can see I've now done all of the long folds, and so the next ones I'm going to do are the ones on the side. So I tend to work with the longer folds first and do the shortest folds at the end. So I'm going to do that one first, and this has little tabs that will tuck into these little holes. So I'm going to do the other side. Fold, and then fold. The paper is pretty thick, so it might take a little bit of force to get that fold really solid. Okay, then you're going to fold in these little tiny tabs. These are the tabs that will keep the walls of the box in place. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so now that you have your box like this, the walls will come up, and these tabs are going to go under each of these. So you can see I have the tabs underneath, and then I'm going to fold this down, and then those little tabs are going to go into these holes on the bottom. So now this side stays up. And then likewise, we're going to do the same thing on this side, where we're going to keep these tabs here. And then it's going to fold underneath. This one can be a little tricky, but with a little finagling, you can pretty easily get in. You can stick your fingers in to try to press in to make sure that they're not sticking out. And then you just tuck these in like that. And then this is the one fold that I said can maybe go backwards as well as the original fold, just because when you open box, this is how you open a box. So then you take this, which is just a little rectangle. This goes into the bottom so that the bottom is blue when you look into the box. And then this part is the insert. So there are creases against score lines. So one thing that's a little tricky, you can kind of see them in here. This one is a little tricky because of the way that the fold works. So ultimately what I would recommend doing is there's two sets of score lines, and they're going to go in opposite directions. But basically, I recommend holding your thumb right here. And if you can see my thumbnail, or like the tip of my thumb, is almost at that inner line. And I'm also going to pinch from the other side, kind of just like this. And then I'm just going to push. And the thought is that, let me make sure the cut went all the way through. Okay, there we go. That that wasn't fully done. But you're going to push them in opposite directions, kind of like this, and it's going to create this little inset, which is where the magnet will go. So it's kind of just a pinch and then press your fingers together, kind of like if you are pinching like this and kind of going like that. And when you do that, it creates the right folds in the right spots. So I'll do it again, the other side. So I'm going to put, let me make sure these cuts went through all the way. Okay, there we go. That cut's complete now. And then if you want to, you can just give it a full crease just to make sure it's in this place. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again here. So you're gonna put your thumb basically right where, right where that crease is, and you're just going to pinch on both sides and push towards each other. And when you do that, it creates those 90-degree angles for the magnet to fit right inside, just like that. So what I'm going to do now is the edges. So these edges, they don't need to be perfect. They're going to be contained by the box. So even if they're not folded all the way, don't worry about it. These ones you'll push up. You'll push up. Okay. And then you're going to take this insert and you're going to put it into the box. So this is why it's okay if those folds aren't like super well folded, because the box is going to kind of set the right position. You'll take the little magnet, press it in, and then close the box. And voila! This is the gift.